Hi, if you've joined, please send a message so that I know that you're here. There's no other way of me knowing that someone has joined or not. Please comment to let me know that you're here. Hi, Neeta. How are you? Just waiting for a few more people to join. Happy Republic Day. I am good. Thank you for asking. I'm just waiting for more people to join. And once I know that there are more people, I am going to then start. Okay. Let us start the session. So we are going to be speaking about switchwords. We are going to be speaking about Sanjeevini symbols. We are going to be speaking about vibrational balancing images. We are going to be speaking about energy circles, healing codes, and whatever else that I can think of. Okay. So starting with switchwords. So firstly, let me introduce myself. My name is Nandita Sharma. I am from Zen of Mind. If you've reached this live, then you are likely here through either the WhatsApp channel or the Telegram channel or from Facebook, because that's the only three places that I posted this live. When we talk about switchwords, that is what the session is going to primarily be about. Switchwords are words that switch the energy. It changes something in our subconscious mind. It switches or flips things in our subconscious mind. It is the magic mantra, like people say. It is the modern day mantras, but they're simple words. They're everyday words that we use. These words are words that flip some vibrational things in our subconscious brains. Switchwords are further categorized as universal, open, and personal switchwords. When we say personal switchwords, a personal switchword can be something that just changes something for you, as you personally. Hi, Sonali. I am good. How are you? And universal switchwords are meant to basically be something that changes or flips something for anyone and everyone. Universal switchwords, which means that they will flip something and everyone, 98% people at least. Open switchwords are again things that can be used universally, but may not impact 90% of the population, but may impact a smaller percentage of population, like 60 to 70%. Personal switch words can be something that you think is your switch. Maybe a word that you feel like always makes you feel good, or maybe a word that always makes you feel angry, because it is switching something or flipping something in your head, in your subconscious. So that is what switch words are. Switch word is a single word which is supposed to flip something inside you, attacks your subconscious brain due to the vibration that it carries with it. Now, switch phrases is a sentence which is a combination of multiple switch words. Okay. And do keep giving me or telling me if you have any questions when I'm talking about something. I will be looking at the chat constantly to answer any questions that you may have. So that's what switch words. It's a single word, and a sentence is a amalgamation of different switch words strung together. हिंदी में बताऊं तो स्विच वर्ड वो है एक शब्द जो आपके सबकॉन्शियस में कुछ चेंज करता है, फ्लिप करता है. स्विच क्योंकि एक लाइट स्विच की तरह वो स्विच ऑन कर सकता है, स्विच ऑफ कर सकता है. ओके. हमारे सबकॉन्शियस, समथिंग विच वी आर नॉट अवेयर ऑफ, हमें उसकी पता भी नहीं होगा कि वो हमारे लिए क्या कर रहा है. हमें उनको समझने की जरूरत नहीं है. जब हम आपको स्विच वर्ड अगर कभी कोई देता है, कहता है ये स्विच वर्ड आपके लिए काम करेगा आपकी पर्टिकुलर रिक्वायरमेंट के लिए, देन यू जस्ट chant that switch word. There are multiple ways of using switch words. You can chant, you can sing, you can write them on yourself, you can write them constantly in a journal or a diary, and many other ways which we are going to be looking at. Okay. We have the English switch words. We also have switch words which have come from the Vedic texts. When I say Vedic texts, these are the words which are known as Vedic switch words. How many of you have heard of Vedic switch words? Anyone? Okay. So Vedic switch words are basically, can be mantras, can be our absolute regular mantras that we use, can be Bij mantras. So certain Bij mantras which have a tendency of changing things in us. If I say, the Ganpati Bij mantra or the Saraswati Bij mantra, Ganpati Bij mantra is Gang. If we are constantly chanting Gang, it is impacting our root chakra. It will make us more balanced. It will make us more stable. It will provide stability to us. If you're talking of the Saraswati Bij mantra, which is Ing, it is providing us more focus, more concentration, more ability to be. So that is why Saraswati Mata is supposed to be the, for students, because she is allowing the students with her Bij mantra to be able to. Sankat Nashan, we have used switch words. Yes, some of the sessions we have provided you with switch words as well. Hi, Madhuri. So when we're talking of Vedic switch words, they can be Bij mantras, they can be normal mantras, they can be something completely other than that also. Something like Gandiv is a Vedic switch word. Gandiv is, again, you know what Gandiv is? Gandiv was the bow that Arjun used. It was the bow that belonged to Shivji initially. So Gandiv is a switch word which, what do you think a bow does? A bow is used to focus or point at something, point the arrow at something and shoot the arrow so that it hits the target. Now, Gandiv is a switch word which will allow you to be more focused, allow you to reach the target that you're trying to reach. It is a Vedic switch word. It is a Hindi or a Sanskrit word. So that's about switch words. That's about Vedic switch words. Any questions on either of the two? Both are best used when chanted, or provide best results when chanted. You can definitely write them. When we write them constantly, that is also one of the formats of using switch words. No questions on switch words? I'm not going to go into which word means what. That is not the point of this call, because we share so many switch words on the Facebook channel as well. And we share lots of switch words when you ask. Anytime you ask, you get your switch words. But So it's not about which switch words to know when. Healing codes in Sankarnashan were healing codes. So all healing, there are those number codes that we're using are just healing codes from different genres. So there are numbers from sacred codes text, there's numbers from divine healing codes, there's numbers from Lloydmere database, there's numbers from Grigory Grabois, if I can say the name correctly. So they're all healing codes. When we say healing code is basically a number. Yes, it can be a switch word also, because when you're chanting a healing code constantly, it can switch things in your subconscious. That is what the entire system works on, the basis of reaching your subconscious mind, whether you're using switch words, whether you're using healing codes, whether you're using energy circles. Everything is supposed to basically make an impact on your subconscious somewhere, so that you get desired results out of it. Your ultimate goal is obviously to get a result that you want. That ये मेरे को चाहिए है, मुझे नया घर खरीदना है, for instance, I want to buy a new house, and somebody gives you a switch word or a healing code which will allow you to be chanted and get that house in your favor. तो अगर हमारे पास हीलिंग कोड या स्विच वर्ड है घर खरीदने का, हम उसको चांट कर सकते हैं, हम उसके साथ गा सकते हैं, हम लिख सकते हैं, बहुत कुछ कर सकते हैं, टू बी एबल टू फुलफिल अ विश, हमारी वो इच्छा जो है घर को पाने की, घर खरीदने की, वो पूरी हो सके. ओके, ऑल गुड. I am sharing my PowerPoint. You guys able to see that on the live? Yes, no, something please. I need to know. Because YouTube did not allow to share files initially, but today when I logged in, it is allowing it. So I want to make sure that you can see it. Awesome. Thank you so much, Madhuri, for the confirmation. So I won't be looking at my chat as much when I'm sharing the PowerPoint, but I will keep coming back. Okay. So switch words were developed by somebody called Sigmund Freud. Not important. What is important is you should know what they are, what they do, and how you can use them. The best way, the easiest way, the fastest way of getting results from any of these techniques is either by chanting them, or by, you can meditate on them as well. You can look at to make money. A very simple switch word is count. Count. You like to count your money, right? The more counting you do, the more money there is. So count, 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 count is going to, in your subconscious, change something, flip something, switch something, which allows you to make more money or get more money to count more money. So you can declare, affirm, chant, whisper, sing, mentally intend. So I could just be doing count in my head, or just focus on a word which is count. I could just put count on, a picture. Similarly with Vedic switch words, Vedic switch words have been told very specifically that they should be chanted. Okay, nobody says that you should actually write these switch words, but Vedic switch words also have another way. So if you are looking at the screen, the Vedic switch words also have another way of activating them. They'll say that you need to write it so many times along with chanting it as many times in order for it to get activated. Some people say it needs to be activated. Some people will not say it needs to be activated. You will follow according to what. I haven't ever activated a Vedic switch word. I've just chanted them. I've chanted them so much that they probably just get activated on their own. Okay. So you just chant the switch words as much as you can. Anyone who didn't understand before I move forward to sigils? So Vedic switch words और switch words clear हो चुके हैं, हम करके सबसे बेस्ट results मिलेंगे. लिखकर भी मिल सकते हैं। वैदिक स्विचवर्ड्स को हम डिफरेंट डायरेक्शंस में भी रख सकते हैं डिपेंडिंग ऑन वो स्विचवर्ड किस चीज से है। सो वैदिक स्विचवर्ड्स कैन बी इनकॉर्पोरेटेड अलोंग विद वास्तु, because in vastu we also use yantras. So just according to what yantra place can be placed in a particular direction can give you better results. Similarly, the Vedic switchwords placed in a particular direction according to your issue can give you better results. Okay, let's move on to sigils. Sigils are symbols like you can see on the screen. They are created using sacred geography. They are created using, so there are very many different methods of creating sigils. They are created using sacred geography. They are also created using the alphabetical compass. You don't need to know how to make these technically because there are plenty available on Google. You just need to maybe search for a sigil and you get a sigil. This one is for luck. This one is for job. This one they have incorporated along with healing codes. So you could basically the image, when you are staring at it, you are taking it into your subconscious. The image is supposed to make an impact in your subconscious somewhere to bring to you what you want. Okay? You can draw the sigils as well. Some of the sigils can be very complicated, so you don't want to draw them. Some of them can be very simple and easy. You would like to draw them. There are sigils which are associated with angels as well. So you'll have angelic sigils, you'll have sigils for specific purposes, you'll have different sigils for the same purpose as well. No, sigils are not like Reiki symbols. Okay, Reiki symbols don't really follow sacred geography, geometry, or any of the alphabetical compasses. Reiki symbols were primarily initially, if you're looking at Usui Reiki, they were Japanese symbols. Okay, so sigils are not that. Sigils are drawn with a specific, they are drawn in a very specific manner to bring to you. When you stare at them, they should bring you that particular thing that they're intended to, or switch that particular thing in your subconscious that it is intending to. Okay. Originally, of course, sigils were meant to summon spirits, summon demons, summon angels, summon whatever else from the outside world into your world. So were used very much like what in Tantra, if you know anything about Tantra, or if you've seen any of these mythological serials where Tantra is used, you will see that they draw symbols to invoke the demons or to invoke gods and goddesses, or to invoke, summon these people to come. Tantra uses a lot of those symbols. So sigils are very much like that. Tantric magic uses a lot of symbols. ओके, सो तंत्रा में जैसे सिंबल्स यूज होते हैं वैसे ही सिजल्स हैं. सिजल्स भी कुछ इन्वोक करने के लिए इनिशियली यूज होते थे. तंत्रा में भी इन्वोक करने के लिए ही होता था कि हमें भगवान बुलाना है, या हमें राक्षस बुलाना है, या हमें अब ये बुलाना है, और हम अब इसको एक काम देंगे कि ये काम हमारे लिए करना है. So if I was calling an angel, I will direct the angel to do something for me. Or if I'm calling a demon, I will direct the demon to do something for me. Negative, positive, either ways. Nowadays, sigils are not used for invocation. अब sigils invocation के लिए नहीं यूज होते, किसी को बुलाने के लिए नहीं यूज होते, पर sigils आपके इच्छाओं को पूरा करने के लिए होते हैं. So sigils are only used for wish fulfillment now. Wish fulfillment can be any kind of wish. I want luck, I want success, I want job, I want love, so on and so forth. All okay with sigils? Moving on to Zibu symbols. So Zibu symbols, Zibu is an angelic language. I forgot the name of the creator, but if you were to search on Amazon, you should be able to find a book on Zibu symbols. There was the original book, and that has about 78 Zibu symbols are there. Now, again, each Zibu symbol identifies a certain channel by angels. So if you have angel healing, if you have done angel therapy or anything like that, then you will know that you can invoke angels to bring messages to you. Similarly, this person had invoked angels to bring these angelic symbols for them. And these symbols are used universally. They don't require any activation, so to say. You can draw them simply. It's a symbol of release. It's called Rakuna. And when you draw this symbol constantly, you are able to release things from your life with that intention in mind. Okay, this one is for unlimited love. Again, when you draw this constantly, symbols, how do you use all of these symbols? How do you use all of these switch words? You can use them in different kinds of healings. Simply the healings that you're doing. Okay, so like you want something, you're chanting a switch word. You want something, you're chanting a Vedic switch word. You want something, you're chanting a healing code, or you're creating a energy circle out of all of these things that you have. Similarly, Zibu symbols can be part of energy circles, sigils can be part of energy circles, and we will come to energy circles towards the end of this. But all of these can be used together, can be used separately. All of them work very well when drawn, written. All of them work even when you are staring at them. इनको घूर के भी देखते हैं तो हम इनकी एनर्जीज इम्बाइब कर लेते हैं, हम इनकी एनर्जीज को अपने अंदर सोक कर लेते हैं. Okay, you can also send these symbols mentally to others. So if you have in office, you are with a colleague, and they're going through a hard time with something, they're not being able to release something the boss said, you can use the release symbol on them. You can use the unlimited love symbol on your children, even when they don't know that you're using it on them, or on your spouse. किसी पे भी हम ऐसे ही ड्रॉ भी कर सकते हैं, दूर से भी ड्रॉ कर सकते हैं अगर हमें सिंबल पता हो तो. ओके, ये भी रेकी सिंबल्स की तरह नहीं है. क्वेश्चंस? नो? Okay. Moving forward. To Sai Sanjeevini healing prayers. How many of you have seen these Sanjeevini cards? How many of you heard of Sanjeevini healing? Something, raise a hand, put a comment. I won't know otherwise. Okay. You have never seen these. Okay. So very interesting. These are very interesting. I'm just going to remove this part from here. This is not a part of this slide. So Sai Sanjeevini prayer cards were created using a system called radiesthesia, if you can see that word. Radiesthesia is something that is a little like dowsing and divination, but not entirely. So it basically identifies the frequency generated from a particular object. Now, these diagrams that have been created are all different diagrams for specific purposes. Okay, there are very many, very many, very many Sanjeevnis. They are all available freely. If you were to Google search for them, you will be able to get to the Sai Sanjeevini website, and you will be able to see all of these Sanjeevini cards. These Sanjeevnis were created by whoever, but they were created as healing prayers in order to heal others using a prayer system or a prayer language. तो इनको प्रार्थना की तरह यूज करा जाता है. और किसी को अगर हीलिंग करना है, so what I have shown on the screen here are two different kinds of Sanjeevnis. One is a body part Sanjeevni, and one is a disease Sanjeevni, because the basic system of Sanjeevni healing identifies as two things, which is body parts and diseases. Nice, Madhuri. Did you get? No, energy circle isn't the same, darling. This is a specific image, and this is that image. This is your healing circle. So if you want to heal your arm or your hand, you will use this particular image to heal that. But when I say that they were started off as subtle healing energies as prayers, what we mean is that they want you to first do a simple prayer and then do a charging of water or charging of the person or whichever thing that you're doing. They are used like energy circles. Okay. They're energy circles because they have energy in them, technically, from that angle. But this image itself is all of the there is for that particular issue. Okay. So they categorized it as body part Sanjeevnis. There are, I don't know, I think 200 or 300 different kinds of Sanjeevnis there. The disease Sanjeevnis. Body parts are all your body organs, and diseases are all the different kinds of diseases that they have thought of and have created these. Those were Zibu symbols, Swati. So all of these are things that you are used for particular kind of healings. Okay. So let me just slide back to that slide. These are Zibu symbols. They are angelic. There are about 78 symbols. Every symbol has a specific meaning. So like something like this symbol here with the heart means unlimited love. When I draw this over someone, I'm basically, sending angelic healing to them so that they can open up their unlimited love towards others. Make sense? You don't need to know what they mean. They are symbols that you use in healings. Of course, each symbol has a specific meaning, and I haven't gone through 78 of them. Okay. But you will, whenever you are on the group, you may be, looking at, you may be getting some one or the other Zibu symbol on the group where it will tell you everything, what it means or what it is. But they're used in a similar way of staring at them, sending it on, drawing it on other people to send the energies to them. These are not hand drawn. Sai Sanjeevini cards are never hand drawn, they're always printed. Okay. Either printed in physical paper, or you can use them on the screen, phone screens, laptop screens, so on and so forth. I am going to share a lot about Sai Sanjeevnis because this probably has the maximum um, questions or queries or confusions. Okay. Going further on the Sai Sanjeevani part, the body or the diseases, sorry, the disease cards are further divided into 6 categories. These are your subcategories. They're the specific diseases or symptoms in the body. So can be asthma, which is in the body, pain, which is in the body, and many others. Can be specific diseases or symptoms at the mental or emotional level, which can be anger, depression, hatred, those kinds. The third is healthy completion of certain natural processes like childbirth, pregnancy, menopause. You want that whatever I am going through currently should be done in a healthy manner without any complications, without any other side effects. The fourth category is for awakening and nourishing certain important values or positive mental and spiritual attributes. So these are like Shakti, Shanti, thought management, forgiveness, gratitude, so on and so forth. Okay. The fifth one is cultural and social upliftment, like poverty. There is dignified housing. I have never literally used any of these for any of my healings with clients, but they are there. Again, all of these are available freely if you Google for them. Then their sixth category is specifically for plants, animals, and birds. All of the other ones, like pancreas and brain power and everything else, which is body part disease related, can also be used for plants, animals, and birds. But there are some specific ones as well, which have been created specifically for plants, animals, and birds. Okay. On the other hand, the body part Sanjeevnis, there are only two categories. The part itself. So if we are looking at heart, it is the heart that we're trying to heal. If it is the liver, it is the liver that as a body organ that we're trying to heal. And the other is body systems. When I say body systems, it can be the circulatory system, the respiratory system. Good with this. Again, cards, these healing cards, how we are going to be looking at that. Okay. Then there is something like these sheets, and you would have seen these sheets getting shared on Facebook if you are active. You would have seen the other Sanjeevani is also being shared. You would have seen Zibu's also getting shared. Everything gets shared on Facebook. Sometimes we don't always share the processes to use them, which is why this live class has been scheduled, because we were getting a lot of questions. Okay. Now this is a combination sheet. When I say combination sheet, it has multiple, what are these called? Sanjeevnis. Multiple Sanjeevani cards together for one particular healing. Okay. So a Sanjeevani combination sheet can have maybe only body part Sanjeevnis, only disease Sanjeevnis, a combination of body parts and diseases. It can also be a combination of body parts, diseases, and combinations. So in this particular example, what it's showing you is multiple Sanjeevnis all around. Then connect them with lines into one particular central circle. ये central circle जो है, ये है output circle. So when it says output there, or take the energies of all of these Sanjeevnis that are together in one combination. When we are creating a combination sheet, now we don't create the combination sheet. These are also already prepared by the team who is doing the Sai Sanjeevini healing fragrances. They're all completely done up. You can search for them online. Do these combinations, they will keep the flow in mind. So if they're doing liver, if combination sheet for liver, which I've just shared today on the Facebook group, then they will have only liver related things. So liver, gallbladder, which is related to liver, or immune system, or liver belongs to whichever system, and so on and so forth. So anything which allows for the health of the liver to be maintained will be sheet, and all one needs to do is place a glass of water on the output circle, and they can charge that glass of water with that. There are many other ways of using them, which we are going to also be discussing. I hope I haven't lost you guys. I hope I haven't bored you guys. So when we are using the Sai Sanjeevini cards, basically, again, in this one, what they're doing is they've got these individual cards. This is not a combination. They've got all these individual cards printed, and they're charging a glass of water over them. You glass of water. You could charge medicines. You could charge. Here I have a box of mishri. If you know what mishri is, these are sugar pills. Put a box of sugar pills on it. This will charge this medium. So whatever is my medium, it could be water, it could be medicines, it could be sugar, it could be those homeopathic sugar pills. Whatever is my medium that I'm charging, I can just place it on the Sanjeevani itself, or I can place it in the output circle on the Sanjeevani and charge it. Does that make sense? So this is the Sanjeevani that I could use to charge, or I could use a combination sheet and place it on the output circle. Now what happens is, once I have all of these sugar globules charged that you can see, if I have all of these charged, I can just give this to the patient every day, because once it's charged, it's charged. It doesn't get discharged unless I've finished my sugar. Okay. So if I have charged it on particular Sanjeevnis or energy circles or whatever else, then it is charged. It doesn't get discharged unless I do something else with it, which also I'm going to talk about. Okay. There are different ways of using the Sai Sanjeevani healing prayers. And when I'm telling you about these prayers, these are the telling you about the uses of the Sai Sanjeevani cards. These are the same ways that you can use vibrational balancing images. You can use energy circles. You can use sigils. You can use Zibu symbols. So anything which is symbol related, you can use them in the same way. Great, Madhuri. Thank you for that tip. I'm going to try it with my kids. Okay. You can take it orally in a medium of your choice. So the medium can be water, the medium can be pills, sugar pills, can be homeopathic pills, whatever else. You can also charge your, so if she's using it for dandruff, I would use the dandruff EC, sorry, Sai Sanjeevani. I would use the hair Sai Sanjeevani, and I would charge my bottle of shampoo and conditioner also on it, so that every time I'm using that shampoo and conditioner, I am getting free of that dandruff. Okay. You can broadcast the Sanjeevnis, which is a distance healing process. We are going to be looking at how do we do the broadcast. You can absorb directly by touching the Sanjeevani cards. So if you are using it, so somebody sends you a Sanjeevani card on the phone, you can just put your hand over the phone and use it. You can just absorb the energies directly from your phone screens. You don't need to necessarily print out each and everything. Okay, which is why we have created these videos also. I don't know if you've had a chance to look at these video series that we've been doing on YouTube, where we are looking at specific diseases, and we have created the video series with energy circles and Sanjeevnis and vibrational balancing images, and also added sound healing to it. So you can charge anything like a bottle of water or your pills, your medicines, your food, your lotions, and anything else that you want to charge. And those get charged with that the energies of that particular energy circle, Sai Sanjeevani, or anything else that is there. So absorbed directly, applied locally. So you could charge your shampoos, oils, ointments, creams, and apply it on yourself. That will also work. You can hold the Sanjeevani remedy in your hand. So even if you have a printout, like I might have one here. So if I have a printout of a Sai Sanjeevani, I can just hold it in my hand. Most of the printouts that I take should be laminated so that they don't tear up, because anything which tears up is of no use any longer. So try and get everything laminated. Okay. The one I have here is for blockages. Now, if I'm using a Sai Sanjeevani for blockages, it could be blockages of any kind. Blockages in the brain, blockages in the heart, blockages in the urinary tract, blockages in my life in general, any kind of blockages. I could use blockages Sai Sanjeevani. Okay. What is then important is my prayer. What is my intention of using it? And you can use any simple prayer. You can use photocopies, you can print the Sanjeevani patterns, you can recall the name or simply think of the Sanjeevanis. Now, that is probably one of the toughest, because just recalling the name of a Sanjeevani, if I was to recall a Sai Sanjeevani for blockages, please come and clear all the blockages in my life, it's a healing prayer. It's simply a prayer. And of course, prayers can heal, but now intention is important, right? Might be the slowest method, but definitely doable. Any other way that you're guided to use them, it can be used. You can put it under your bed mattress, you can put it under your pillow, you can sleep with them. Similarly, with Zibu symbols, you can sleep with them. You can, Zibu symbols, a lot of people use in a lot of different ways also. They will draw them on their pillow covers so that the angels are always around them. They will put them on curtains, they will put them on their mugs because they're nice looking symbols. So people will do a lot of things with Zibu symbols. Now we are going to be looking at something very important, because a lot of I charge this with, say, dandruff. Now a lot of this is left after my dandruff is gone, because it will always remain charged. To remove that charge, we have something called a neutralization card. This is in the Sai Sanjeevini era, where there is also neutralization card in the vibrational balance in the yellow. In the vibrational balancing images, this has a VBMN card, a vibrational balancing magnetic neutralization card. So I could place the pill box on either of the two. They both work as neutralizing. They'll neutralize anything that these pills are already charged with. Recommend is that anytime you are drinking water, you are all getting, or from the pipes which are underground, go through a lot of energetic disturbances until they come to your house. Even if you're buying mineral water from the market, a lot of energy of different people who have touched it, processed it, put it in the bottles, transported it, and so on and so forth. You're getting water, or anytime you're getting any food from the neutralization cards first. Why? So that any negative energies from anywhere else, then you can drink it, because all the energy has gone from it. It has been purified. So whether it is my pills or whether it is my medicines also that I bring from outside. A lot of medicines will have side effects for me. Yeah. Simple example. I don't have it, but I know a patient who has cholesterol, and that they have been given for cholesterol causes diarrhea. Very good idea for them to place the cholesterol medicines on the neutralization cards, because that will neutralize any side effects that that medicine is giving to them. Does that make sense? कुछ तो बोलो. Okay. So the neutralization card, everybody's understood how to use. The other things of other ways of using neutralization cards, it is going to purify anything and everything. I have neutralization cards printed in 1 by 1 inch. Okay, I got the yellow ones printed. I have them on my phone. I have them on my laptop. I have this is also generating negative energy through radiation. So I want to neutralize all of that. Anytime any of your gadgets starts flickering or starts, doing that, when you install laptop and it says can't read the drive, can't read the drive, on a VBMN card or a neutralization card for some time, most of the charge happens between 30 seconds. So it's not like you have to leave. Neutralization is the only thing which takes 1 minute. Okay. But if you're charging them on a Sanjeevini card, on a Zibu symbol, on a sigil, it's 30 seconds for everything. But when you're removing a charge or when you're trying to purify something, which is these two cards here. So just put that USB which isn't working for you, or your phone which isn't, is gone, it's not, you're not able to hear the other person, just put it on a VBMN card for some time. It is going to remove any of that negative thing which is causing that disturbance, which is not allowing for that drive to be read. जो आपके फोन में आवाज आनी थी वो बंद हो गई, वो सब न्यूट्रलाइज हो जाता है, and it starts working fine after that. Try it. Experienced it myself, and that's why I'm giving you this tip. Questions? The other way of using the neutralization cards, you had a very long walk, a very hard day in the office, or you're going to have a very hard day in the office, place the neutralization cards in your shoes. Once you do that, it's going to remove all the negativity from your feet. It's going to remove any aches and pains from your feet. It's going to remove any fatigue or tiredness from your feet. On the screen, Swati, 1 minute charge. For removing, it is 1 minute. For charging, 30 seconds. Okay. Has a bad back, they can put the neutralization card on their back. Somebody has a heart issue, they can put the neutralization card on their heart. What is it doing? The any bad effects, whatever is negative, whatever is not okay, it will neutralize that and bring it to a normal state. Make sense? All good? All good? Then I'll go ahead. Moving ahead to vibrational balancing images. So we've already looked at the neutralization of Sai Sanjeevinis and vibrational balancing. But just like we have the Sai Sanjeevinis for different issues, Sai Sanjeevinis is a much broader science where they have for all kinds of diseases and all kinds of body organs, etc. Vibrational balancing images, on the other hand, is a much smaller division, so to say. Okay. It also says that you only need to do a charge of like 15 seconds on a VBI. Now, this particular VBI is for indigestion. I think there are only about 70 or maybe 75, 80 odd images of vibrational balancing. But again, you can find them online, and or I do share many of them also. Oh, currently there are 82 VBIs. Okay. But there are 200 combinations. Now, when they're saying combinations, they're basically saying, okay, indigestion. You have a stomach issue where you have indigestion. They could put indigestion, stomach, and something else like acidity as a combination. But however, they also put the neutral balancing card in that combination always. So they say start with the neutralization of any medium that you want to charge. So if you want to charge your sugar pills, start with neutralizing them so that all the past charge or negativity has gone away and neutralized. They're in a normal state, in a positive state. Now you can charge them on maybe the indigestion card, maybe the stomach card, maybe the aches card, or whatever other card. Okay? Make sense? All good? Again, we are not showing you images here, but showing you just an overview of how the different things are there. And again, these are also used in the same way that you can use it by placing your hand or charging your medium, putting it under your pillow or under your bed, etc., etc. The same ways, just like you were using the Sai Sanjeevani's. Any questions? So we've come to the water charging method. You can, of course, charge your water for 15 seconds, drink some of the water. It says wait 5 minutes and then look for change. So they're very confident that this should work within 5 minutes. I am not very confident with any of these working immediately. But I know depending on how good you are in terms of, I know that my patient had a lot of vomiting last week. I gave them some of these images and I asked them to chant some things. They did report in half an hour that they were feeling better. The vomitings had stopped. But don't expect that you will definitely have the similar kind of results where, things will change in 5 minutes for you. But yes, how receptive are you to healing? How much are you trying to make a change to yourself will always be there. आपकी इंटेंशन कितनी स्ट्रांग है, आपका फेथ कितना स्ट्रांग है कि वो हीलिंग आपके लिए काम करेगी, वो सब चीजों पे काम करता है. आई रिपीट व्हाट it depends on your faith and your intention on how fast any healing will work for you, be it Reiki, be it any of these methods. So you can charge water on it, you can wait 5 minutes, look for changes. If no changes, drink again. Choose how. We were talking of the neutralization card that time. I'll repeat that later. Okay, add any. Then it says if symptoms persist, add some of these other images or use some of these other images to charge your water as well. They can be different things: obstacles to cure. You could have a mind block to healing. You could have a resistance to healing. You could not be stimulating your healing response. You could be stressed, or you could have tension. You could be too wound up in your own thing. You could have a lot of worry. So it says that use one of these as well, along with the card that you're, or along with the combination that you're trying to use, so that you're able to get the best results from that water, from that charged pills, or whatever you're wanting to charge. The touch method also works. Now, again, the charge method, I think the touch method works very fast. Honestly, especially because jab COVID tha, when COVID was on, some people don't believe there was any COVID, but when all these people were in the hospitals, and I was doing consultings and healings for a lot of these people who were in the hospitals, I only had one patient who did not survive, but rest all survived. They had nothing to do in the hospital except do their chants, look at all these images, charge their hands, charge their water, charge their pills, anything the doctors were doing. They were not allowed to meet family, of course, they were in quarantine. Nothing was allowed except they all had phones. All of these things helped at that time. So when the patient is alone and doesn't have any further support from anyone, these images will work even through the phone. But if the patient is in not in a state when he can do anything for himself, like he's in a coma, then how do we send the healings? We are going to be looking at that also. Madhuri, shoes, I was just saying to print out a lot of these neutralization cards, and you could put them inside your shoes so that you neutralize any negative effects of fatigue or tiredness, etc., in your feet. So anywhere you place the neutralization card, it is supposed to bring it back to the normal state. Okay, so we are looking at now distant healing, because हमारा patient सर्जरी में है, कोमा में है, something that your patient can't do on his own, and you want to send him healing via a distant. Okay, in that case also we can use vibrational balancing images, we can use sanjeevnis, we can use energy circles, etc., and send the healings to them. Now this is a particular card that was created specially for the vibrational balancing images. What they're saying is that this is your source. So if I charged all my water or my pills with all of the different vibrational balancing images, depending on whatever the illness was, if there is pain or there is surgery or there is whatever, if I charged my pills, I will put them, I will have to have it printed at that time. And I probably have one printed here now. So this one here, I'll put it on the source. So I'll put my pills on the source part. And on the output or the target, I will put the name of the patient. Questions? I have charged these pills with all the images that I have this printout to replicate and transmit the images to my patients. I'll put my charged thing on the source and my name of the patient in the target. So what it's doing is it is going to take energies of these pills which are charged, and it will transmit it to my target, which is my patient. Okay. We have something very similar in the Sai Sanjeevini part also. We have the place where you can place your sample. So your charged pills can be placed on the sample. And in the output circle, I can place the name of my patient. Now, what I do personally is I don't keep taking the prints of these things. Okay. I print them once, I will laminate them, and then when I'm placing them on the paper, on my laminated sheet, I'll put, now not I can't write anything in the circle here, but I'll write it on a piece of paper and put it on the circle over there. You can also place, with Sanjeevani's, they say don't place pictures of the other person, but with the VBIs, you can place pictures of the other person also as your output or your target. Does it matter what container is used? Uh, I prefer to use a clear container. When I say clear container, it could be plastic, it could be glass. But I know that they say that it doesn't matter. It can be your, because if I'm charging my food, it is going to be a ceramic or a glass china plate or even a steel plate sometimes. So I'll just charge my food accordingly in whichever container it is in. It doesn't matter. It's intention and faith also, to a large extent. Okay. All okay with your distant healing with the VBI and the Sai Sanjeevini? Any remedy that recommend? I'm not taking any remedies right now. I'm just doing your teaching so that you understand the system first. Then there will be plenty of remedies you will be able to use on your own as gets shared on the group. Now, here we also have something called multiplication and broadcasting. What these two cards are doing is one input to many outputs. So I have some globules which are charged with heart related things. Could be cholesterol, could be blood pressure, could be heart, whatever other issues you have with the heart. Everything could be done in one container. I will label it as heart, and this is my charged input. I have one person who has heart issue, two-person who has heart issue, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could put their names in the different output circles, and everyone will get the energies from the input which is placed on the central circle. ये समझ आया? Did you understand that? So this is one input per multiple outputs. So multiple people are getting the benefits of that one charged thing which is placed in the center. In the same way, one person, so this is your output, but these are your inputs. So one person could be coming for depression, could be coming for heart, could be coming for liver, kidney, so on and so forth. सब कुछ failed है. You could be charging multiple bottles with different things, one heart, one liver, one kidney, one depression, one whatever else, and you can place it on the different input circles which are on the outside, and put the middle circle which is the output or your target or your client's name there. Does that make sense? I'm sure it does. Let's go on to energy circles. Now, what is an energy circle? Nita. Energy circle is a circle. Can be actually any shape, technically, but we try to keep it a smooth shape. So it's not a square, it's not a rectangle, usually. Okay, but it can be a radionic one, an amoeba shaped one, or a heart shaped one as well. They're all used for different issues, multiple different kinds of things, and have different meanings. But this is going to be the most common one that you're going to be seeing, which is the concentric circles. And then within the circle, you place your switch words, you place switch word phrases, you place sigils, Zibus, Sanjeevnis, VBIs, any other symbols that you would want to use, any other healing codes that you want to use. Everything can be placed inside the circle. Now, when it's inside the circle, you don't want to create one circle with all of your life's issues. That will not work. Only yesterday, I had somebody who had, for their child, they were using something. There were multiple issues that they were trying to put in the child. Good health, also, studies, also, focus, also, time management, also, and uh, what was it? They should not be stubborn, they should not be angry, they should not be this, they should not be that. All of those emotional issues, everything was getting together and placed under their bed. This is way too many varied kind of energies placed under the child's bed. It's not going to give him any benefit. Why? Because there are very many different kinds of energies. If you're putting focus, then you need to also focus that you're only giving him that one thing at one time. If you're putting it under the bed, then everything should be of the same kind, okay, or similar kind. Each energy circle is for one issue. Okay, so if my one issue is job, I will use that energy circle will only have job related switch words, job related healing codes, job related sigils, job related zebus, job related blah, 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 whatever else. Okay, it won't have job also and depression also and anger also. Oh, because I have depression, I'm not getting a job. Because I have anger issues, I'm not getting a job. Don't put everything in one circle. It will not work. So one circle, one issue. When you are using energy circles, you can have multiple healing codes put in that energy circle. You can create your own energy circles. Okay, you can very well create your own energy circles. All you need to do is have a circle, put whatever healing codes you want to use. Now, like I said, or for that one issue, एक इशू के लिए आप एनर्जी सर्कल बना रहे हो, उस एक इशू के रिलेशन में आपके जितने मर्जी हीलिंग कोड्स हैं, व्हेन आई से हीलिंग कोड्स, द नंबर्स, जितने भी हीलिंग कोड्स आप यूज करना चाहते हैं, आप एनर्जी सर्कल में यूज कर सकते हैं रिलेटेड टू दैट वन इशू. पर स्विच वर्ड फ्रेजेस की बात जब आती है तो हम 3 से ज्यादा नहीं यूज करते. There's a limit of using only 3 switch word phrases in one energy circle. Okay, so when you're creating your own, अपना खुद का बना रहे हो, सर्कल आपने ड्रॉ किया, आप हाथ से ड्रॉ कर सकते हो. You don't have to have a print. आप हाथ से सर्कल ड्रॉ करो. The circle has to be closed. The border has to be closed. Otherwise, there's an energy leak. Like if you'll notice, all of these are closed circles. There's no energy leak from anywhere. This you can't draw by hand, the radionic one. The rest you can. When you're putting it in the energy circle, you can put as many number codes, only 3 switch word phrases. You can put any symbols you want according to that particular one issue that you're creating that energy circle for, and you're done. Energy circle is what? A circle which has the energy of all different kinds of healing attributes you're putting for that one issue. Okay, you are, so when you draw a circle around something, you draw more attention to it. हमें अंडा मिलता था स्कूल में, या हमें 10 भी मिलता था स्कूल में ना, 10 आउट ऑफ 10, तो मैम उसको एक सर्कल मारती थी बड़ा सा. Why? Because she wanted कि हमारा attention जाए उसके ऊपर. So that is drawing energy or drawing attention to one thing. Energy circles are again used in the same way as we've used the multiple things above. We can place things to charge over it and charge them. Okay? Questions? Yeah. When we are doing distance healing through energy circles, broadcasting energy circles, अब ये भी एक चीज है, हम वैसे तो हम अगर अपने लिए यूज कर रहे हैं, अगर मैं रोज पानी चार्ज कर रही हूँ on a daily basis, I can use as many energy circles as I want. And I can charge the same bottle of water with all of the energy circles, or I can charge the same sugar globules or pills, medicines, etc. with the same energy, with all the different kinds of energy circles that are there. But when I'm using this method, which is broadcasting to a specific person, or when I'm broadcasting it to myself also, with my name, with personalization, I use the method of writing the full birth name inside the energy circle and a date of birth or a wedding date. Why the date of birth or a wedding date is needed? and it is going to be in this format. Please note it down, or you can just see the recording later. Why we're putting the date of birth or the wedding date is because then you know that, okay, there can be multiple Madhuri whatevers in the world. There can be multiple Nandita Sharmas in the world, and I know there are so many. And 30 seconds, Swati. There can be multiple people from the same name. Who are you actually making that energy circle for? To personalize it further, we are using the date of birth or the wedding date. Okay? And this is how we use it. When we are personalizing it, you can only use 3 energy circles. So only 3 personalized energy circles for one person. When I say 3 personalized, it doesn't mean that they can't use other kinds of energy circles. I could have 3 personalized ones, like I have a personalized one right here on my wall, which has my name on it. I only have one personalized one, but I could have 3 lying anywhere in the house. But I could also still be using energy circles which are not personalized, and I could charge my water on them. Okay? All good with that? Energy circles also charging anything on an energy circle, on a VBI, on a Sanjeevini, anywhere you're charging something, it's 30 seconds. Put it as your standard. So that you don't have to think about कब कितना टाइम लगेगा. डिस्चार्ज कर रहे हैं 1 minute, चार्ज कर रहे हैं 30 seconds. Okay? So this is about broadcasting. This is about sending the energy of an energy circle to someone who maybe not be there physically with you. And again, you can put multiple things in the energy circle. You can put VBMNs, you can put Sanjeevnis, you can put Zibus, you can put whatever else inside the energy circle if you are creating your own. Or you can use any of the energy circles that are getting shared publicly and freely across all the groups. Okay. Now you know. There was a question of how many times we should chant, how many times we should charge, how many times we should do this and that. When you are charging something, of course, the limit of the charging is 30 seconds. On one energy circle, if I have to charge something, it is 30 seconds. So I have an energy circle here. If I want to charge, I will place the thing over it for 30 seconds. Now, if I have my phone screen and my energy circle is on my phone screen, I'll of course open my phone screen and place it on my phone screen for it to be charged. If I am using a whole bottle of water and I don't want to place it on the phone screen, I can just make the phone stand like this, allow the energy circle to be displayed, or I could be using one of the videos from YouTube where I have all these energy circles. I could place it right in front, because when it's placed, right across each other, it is going to be broadcasting the energies from the phone screen to the medium to be charged. And I could just place it like that, put it. So लैपटॉप से कर रहे हैं और भी आसान. अगर हम किसी स्क्रीन से चार्ज कर रहे हैं तो भी हम चार्ज सीधा कर सकते हैं अपने आइटम को, चाहे वो पानी है, चाहे वो दवाइयाँ हैं, चाहे वो जो भी है. Your energy will get broadcasted like that also onto the medium that you want to charge. Make sense? Chant कर रहे हैं अगर हम switch words या healing codes, please number मत गिनो. So if you are on the free workshops channel on Telegram, don't count how much you're chanting. Even when we're chanting mantras, a lot of people will say 108 times, 400 times, 1008 times, 18,000 बार आपने ये mantra chant करना है. Don't count technically. The reason they tell you 18,000 times is because they want you to be able to at least do it that many times in order to gain any kind of benefit out of it. So when I'm saying that you need to chant your switch words for 3 minutes, and if your switch word is as simple as Together Divine, how much time did it take to chant that, Together Divine? Half a second. If I'm chanting for 2 to 3 minutes, I would have chanted it for a lot of times. And I could be doing that even when I'm cleaning my closet, even when I am washing utensils, even when I'm putting the clothes out to dry, when I'm putting the clothes in the washing machine, whichever way. Okay. Try and find switch words which are easy for you to remember, but serve the purpose for what you want them for. The switch words that are getting shared on the channel right now, which is the free workshops channel, are highly thought out based on all of the issues that I had from all of the consultations that I've been doing in the last 1 month or so. The switch words are primarily for anything that you want in life. If you are not doing it, try it out. People who have not had any problems have also given out great reviews on them, that certain things just worked. They weren't expecting it, but they just happened in their favor, like very, very smoothly. So please do give it a shot. Switch words definitely work very well when chanted. Other things, you can write them on yourself. I have a lot of switch words on my legs. Maybe money related, maybe business related, maybe health related, anything. You want the switch words in your aura. If I can't chant it for some reason, because I am in office all day and I will not remember to chant it, write it on yourself. Go to the office with it. That's fine as well. Nobody's going to be checking under your clothes, hopefully. Okay. Then there is something called Power Life Symbols or Kanji Symbols. These were created by Naran sir. The symbols were not created by Naran sir, but the technique of using them was created by Naran sir. Kanji symbols are not letters. They are basically an idea or a word in a pictographic form. So there are also many kinds. You will get plenty of them freely on Google, but the rest are probably going to come from a paid workshop with him. You can create them yourself as well. There are plenty of switchword courses out there that you can attend. I don't do switchword courses. I find them very boring to do switchword courses. So I don't train on switchwords. But there are so many that are already created and easily shared. So nobody wants to run the wheel again. With the kanji symbols, they're used in two different ways. One is to just look at the symbol and absorb. The other is via a distant. Again, your you can charge your things over it by placing it and drinking it, eating it, whichever way. You can also send it over a distance to someone by charging here and putting the name of the patient here. The similar to your Sanjeevini and vibrational balancing images broadcasting, these can be used in a similar manner to broadcast to someone else. But you can just charge it over here for yourself and use it. Or you could just look at them. You place your hands over them to charge it as well. This one that I have here is for good fortune. The one that I have here is to reform someone, especially used for stubborn kids, to reform them. Especially also used for people who have addictions. You want to reform them. This one here is for stability. So if you lack stability in life, you could use this one. There are plenty others that you could find on most likely Pinterest. Okay. And if you're not following me on Pinterest, there's plenty of switchwords, healing codes, energy circles, everything there on Pinterest as well, apart from all of the other places. So kanji should be Japanese. That's right, Swati. Kanji should be Japanese. Okay. I think most of the stuff. Now is time for you to ask your question. Should you chant? Should you write? Should you sing? No questions? Means I did a good job. What is the best way? The fastest way is chanting. If you're chanting switch words, of course, everything else is pictographic. You can't chant. But even within if you get an energy circle, say this is the energy circle to find a job, and you are looking for a job, there would be switch words inside it, etc. You could just use the switch word phrases and chant them if you don't want to print it out. The other is, of course, touch method. Also, I find very fast. So if I would touch on certain things, that should also give me the energies of those. Touch, when we're doing touch, it's the first three fingers. So these three. Or I can just place my whole hand, because there are lots of patients out there who can't, you can't force them to just do three fingers. Just put their whole hand, put it under their mattress, put it under their pillow. uh, when we are putting things under the pillow, we are going to also be very mindful of what to put and what not to put. If it's a disease related thing, you can put it under the pillow. But if it is things like procrastination, a lot of people want to use energy circles and the likes for procrastination as well, so that they can become more active. Don't put it under the mattress, because you won't be able to sleep, because that procrastination thing is not allowing you to sleep. It's not allowing you to rest. It's saying that, okay, now just get up and do the thing. So just use your brain somewhere. Any other questions? Swati, you got lucky. Sanjeevani's and symbols, yeah, everything can be downloaded and printed if you want to. They were testing the fire alarm here today, so there was a lot of disturbance in the morning, the whole day rather. Okay, then I shall say bye to you guys. If you have no further questions, yes, you must have chanted some switch words for this, Swati. No, why is there attunement required? There no attunement required. Healing typically doesn't need attunements. Attunements, if there are symbols like healing symbols like Reiki, then yes. But these are not those kinds. These are very subtle vibrational energies. What is attunement? This is again to do with energy, right? Yes, this is all energy. These are all energy works. All of these are energy works. When we say energy, we are trying to do vibe change कर रहे हैं हम आपकी vibe vibrations change कर रहे हैं. We are trying to change the vibrations. If you're vibrating at a low level, we are trying to get you to vibrate on a higher level. What is attunement, Swati? Attunement is something that in healing, a guru gives dakshina to their students. So basically, they're passing the healing energies to their students so that they can use those healing energies. It's Guru Dakshina or Shakti Pat. Transfer of healing powers. Okay. Neeta, you had these questions while we were doing all of these with you in Sankat Nashan. You didn't ask for attunement. You were just doing it, and it was working for you. All right, guys, I will see you. It's late for me. So, good night from me. Have a good day, all of you. Bye.